There's a lot of popular directors out there in the world of Hollywood, but perhaps my favorite director by far is Christopher Nolan. But yet this man has never received an Oscar for all his contributions to Hollywood. Is it finally time for that to change? Let's discuss. Okay, so as I mentioned, for a long time, I've been a big fan of Christopher Nolan. I think probably my earliest experience with him was obviously Batman Begins. But then I went back and I watched Insomnia, which I thought is phenomenal. Memento, Inception. This man just has a very stellar resume. He has a vivid imagination and just an interesting way of telling stories. And he's one of the few directors out there who tries to use as little green screen as possible. This man likes to use practical effects whenever he can. Actually, there was rumors with Oppenheimer that he was really going to build a bomb and just detonate it. And I think he ended up saying that he did use CG for that bomb scene because that would be, crazy and dangerous. But yeah, this guy is definitely just so old school in terms of just wanting to use film. He loves the IMAX cameras. He likes big scale. He's a big, huge fan of the theater experience. He knows how to create just booming, immersive movies. He's not always perfect, but I think he's definitely high up there and someone that I look forward to every time he releases a new movie. I always get so excited when I hear he's working on something. Let's look into why he hasn't gotten an Oscar yet. Or let's actually look into, is it time for him to get that Oscar? So looking at the awards that Oppenheimer has won, it's clear that audiences and critics really like this movie. This movie has been doing very well. It's been making a lot of waves in Hollywood. It just won a BAFTA award for Best Film. It won a Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture Drama. It won a Critics' Choice Award for Best Acting, Critics' Choice Award for Best Picture, BAFTA Award for Best Original Score, just a lot of different awards, and it's really looking like this could finally be Nolan's time to win that Best Picture, maybe Best Director as well. I think he definitely deserves it. He's been overlooked a lot in Hollywood for some reason, but this could finally be his year. Looking at Nolan's past nominations, I can see that he has been nominated for Memento. He got Best Original Screenplay. In Inception, he got Best Picture and Best Original Screenplay. Dunkirk, Best Picture and Best Director. And as you can see, Oppenheimer is up for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay. Those are all really cool awards. It would be super awesome to see him win. Is the Academy Award finally ready to give this man his due? We're all going to have to wait and see. So I did not review Oppenheimer because by the time I started this YouTube channel, that movie had already been out and I felt like I was late to the party. I just wasn't sure if it was worth making an entire video about a movie that everybody already knows the opinions on. But I will say my quick synopsis, I think this movie is extremely well done. His sound mixing on Tenet was not good. It was such a disappointment to me. And I was very concerned that he was going to continue with that momentum. I mean, people have been saying Nolan's movies have sound issues for years, and I never agreed until Tenet. And I was very concerned that Oppenheimer was going to have that same issue, but I can tell you for sure it does not. Oppenheimer is a very good movie. Cillian Murphy does such a good job just bringing out this emotions. He just shows you this complexity to this guy who is so famous for this horrendous thing that he made. His device ended a war, but it came at great cost, and you can tell that it weighed on Oppenheimer a lot. And Cillian Murphy just did such a good job showing this burden that this man was trying to live with. And Robert Downey Jr., I never had a problem with him. I thought he was fantastic as Iron Man. I mean, he is a stellar actor. There's something about his delivery, his personality, his energy that's super entertaining. And I thought he did a very good job in this movie as well. And the music score for Oppenheimer is phenomenal. So when they were filming Tenet, Hans Zimmer, Nolan's usual collaborator when it comes to scores, was busy making the soundtrack for the movie Dune. So he ended up going with Ludwig Göransson. I think that's how you say it, but I probably am wrong. And so it was the first movie in a long time where you didn't have Hans Zimmer and Nolan teaming up together. And Tenet was a very good soundtrack, but Oppenheimer's soundtrack is so beautiful. It's something that I can listen to over and over again. The strings, the melodies, And that soundtrack as well, that score is getting a lot of praise, as well it should. Oppenheimer overall is just a very well-rounded movie. I think it was well made and definitely a great return to form. Nolan is very good with these historical documentary kind of movies. Dunkirk was excellent. I thought Dunkirk was great. And it's just really cool seeing the praise that Nolan is finally getting for this movie. It makes me feel like there is a chance he could win that award, that so coveted award. We all know the Academy likes to withhold things from people. Poor Leo can tell you that. You know, he took forever to get his Oscar, and he finally got it after many, many years for that movie, The Revenant. But the Academy sometimes is quite stingy with their awards. And for some reason, I can't help but feel like because Nolan was making superhero movies, maybe they were overlooking him. But either way, it's time to give this man this award because he is a very talented director. He's authentic. He believes in old school techniques. He's not overusing green screen. And this is something that is super valuable to me because green screen is overused many times in many movies. Too much CG. Practical effects are where it's at, and Nolan understands this. And not only that, Nolan is a big supporter of physical media, which I could do an entire video about why that is important, but I'm not going to for now. But yes, Nolan is definitely somebody that I highly look up to, and I think he's a fantastic director. So we're going to have to wait till Sunday, March 10th to see if the Academy is finally going to give Nolan the praise and the award that he deserves. But I am very hopeful, looking at the momentum, looking at all the awards that the movie has already been getting, lots of press, lots of feedback. I think it's highly likely that this could be the year Nolan wins his award. And I don't know about you, but I'm going to be super excited to see that. And I cannot wait to hear his announcement about his next movie because, like I said, this guy is a phenomenal director. I really hope he gets this award. He definitely deserves it. But that's my opinion. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think Nolan is everything that people think he is? Or do you think he's overrated? I mean, that's possible. I could be biased, but I will say that he won my heart with Batman. He brought Batman back when Batman was dead in the water, and at least in live action capacity, it was dead in the water, and Nolan brought it back. So for that purpose, he won my loyalty. Even when he doesn't do his best, like with Tenet, I still think he's a fantastic director. And so I'm looking forward to seeing this, but what do you guys think? And what are your guys' predictions? Which movies are going to win the awards? Do you think Nolan's going to win Best Picture, or is it going to go to someone else? Do you think that Barbie got snubbed? I hear all kinds of stuff about Barbie getting snubbed. Personally, I think Barbie does not deserve all the hype. But that's not the point of this video. Let me know what you think. If you liked this video, please like it. And if you want to see more things like this, please subscribe to this channel. And that is all I have to say. Talk to you later. Bye.